Guys, you have to forgive me if I seem distracted or whatever. I'm still not sure what the fuck happened yesterday. Now, I distinctly remember having a conversation with Salty Shellback, and I told Christine I was going to go down and visit him, and well, we're going to look at Lakefront Pills, because I know my contractual obligations, and Mr. Holster will have a tizzy fit. This one is, if it doesn't say, it's 5%. Yeah, it doesn't say on here that I'm seeing, so I'm just going to guess 5%. So, I'm going to open it up with a cunt. Oh look, someone put a dick on his, and he must have passed out. I woke up, wherever I remember heading, I was on the freeway, and I remember, you know, it was raining like a son of a bitch the whole way. At one point, some cars were even pulling over because they, smells like beer. That's what it tastes like, too. It was raining so bad going down. See, I was just excited to go hang out with the ninja for a while. I brought guns, but I came to the conclusion that if I had to, I would at least shoot Alicia from the truck, because you know, Pop's Quest encouraged us to put up videos on the 4th of July. I can't remember the exact time, but I'll have one ready to go now. But what the strange thing is I remember driving down there, and Christine said that I texted her, and I said that I had safely made it there, but I remember driving down, and I remember the next thing I remember is I'm like five miles north of Iron River, Wisconsin, driving, and I found shooting footage on my video card, and I found this growler of South Shore beer, which really freaking good. I found this sitting next to me on the passenger seat. Even had a seatbelt on it. And when I checked the card, I found some of the stuff that I used for yesterday's brew review, but I honestly have no memory of the entire day, and somehow my truck logged like 295 miles at oh yeah, I suppose this is a brew review. Smells like a Pilsner. Has that almost corn syrup, sugary kind of smell to it, like a typical Pilsner. A little bit more edgy than, say, your typical domestic. But it's not bad. Then again, it's just... Hey Google, what's the weather like right now?
Right now in Duluth it's 80 and mostly cloudy. Today, there will be isolated thunderstorms with a forecasted high of 85 and a low of 62.
Yeah. How about tomorrow?
Tomorrow in Duluth, there will be isolated thunderstorms with a high of 75 and a low of 59.
Hey, do you know Salty Shellback? I apologize due to the fact that there was some kind of a time warp. I won't be able to. I'm not going to read any of the. I am not going. Let me rephrase. I am not going to read out loud any of the comments from Insight. I am definitely, while I'm editing this, I'm going to go back and read every one of your comments. So if you get an iHeart, there's no iHeart Club going to be happening for the Insight Splendid Moose video, because I don't have the time really to go all the way back to all of them. So first, well, here, let's. No, I don't have the time. Sorry, I don't know who was first on that one. First for Rhodes Scholar, this one. First was Aunt Keck. Second was Ben Ann. Nice job. Third was Mike Gillian. Gillian 426. Smile Money saying fourth. But I've already been in contact with Mike, but I just just wanted to let Mike know that he asked me if I could find an inexpensive gun case and put his rifle in the gun case, and then the gun case in a box to have it, ready to go to his FFL from my FFL. And I said sure. And my original plan was to pick one of those up on Saturday. Yeah, I had a whole lot of stuff going on Saturday, and completely forgot to stop at Wolfart and look. And today, so I told, I'm sorry, if I'm anything, I'm brutally honest. I told Mike this morning, I said, no, I fucked up, man. I completely forgot on Saturday, and on Sunday, evidently I had fun. There's video proof of it, but I told him, I said, by the time I got home, I was like, apologize. I told him, I said I would pick up a case and try to figure out a way to build some kind of a box. Well, I didn't feel like going to Wolfart, so I went to an actual gun store. It's in Superior, Wisconsin, and it's actually, they've been there a long time. It's a nice bunch of people. My brother-in-law, who is extremely picky and doesn't like to deal with assholes, that's where he goes all the time. Superior Shooter Supply, a little play on words, the town and what they say they are. But they're good people over there. I decided that it was probably going to be more expensive to find an inexpensive gun case and go there, but at least the money stays a little bit more local. And and it was also about half a block away from the project that I'm working on right now. So I stopped there on my way home, and they had a Plano, scoped rifle case, and I asked Jan, one of the workers, or she might even be one of the owners, I asked her if she had a box that would, could accommodate this case, and she said, I'm pretty sure I can, but just so you know, when we order these cases, they come in a great big ass box, and there's like 10 or more in a box. And I was like, no, I understand. But she found one just a tad bit bigger than the case, which will be fine because I can stuff a little foam in there, some packing peanuts. Just kidding, Mike. So I already told Mike, I said I'll get that packed up. I need to print off his FFL information. I already contacted my guy Bill, and I said I'd be up after work tomorrow. So you're at least 3 weeks closer on getting that rifle. Sometimes my FFL he's a great guy, but if something comes in, he knows I'm going to pay him to do an FFL transfer. Going out, what I should do is I should tell him I'll give him the fucking money for the shipping after he's shipped it. Then it would happen faster. But I'll be dropping that, Mike, I'll be dropping that rifle off with my FFL. Mamma mia. Tomorrow after work. Gillian again, Eric and Salty, what's up? Cheers all. I see Salty has commented back. That's good. Ed, 5th. John Solar, love the Metallica play in the background. Yeah, I see Salty has already answered the question, but believe it or not, when we were doing the brew review, at one point I think Salty, when you watch the video, maybe it was before, on the when I edit it, he leaves to go, and I was standing there, and I could hear that in the video, and I was paying it. I thought one of his ninja trainees actually had music on in the living room or the other room on the other side of the wall, and when the head ninja, you know who I'm talking about. You think Salty Shellback is the head ninja? No, there's one above him. When she checked in, she made a comment about how we had blown shit up and shot for the afternoon, that we had pissed off the neighbors and the music was retaliation. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? That music? I mean, I can tell you what song it is. I said, that's not coming from inside of this compound? And she's like, no. Wow. Meanwhile, back at the Hall of Justice, Hornet Fixer says, what Metallica? Salty Shellback, not first. What did I miss? Evidently less than I did. Real Cold Burnout says, box of Twinkies couldn't make you forget. Laugh out loud. Seriously, though, it was a freaking cool vid to watch. Oh, well, thank you. Salty commented back. Real Cold Burnout, yeah, he barely made it out alive. It took several attempts to erase his memory of the secret location, but apparently I had enough beer to do the job. Ed, great review with Super Salty. Ed, thanks Ed. Guns, explosions, beer, pork rinds, snack cakes, good times. Yeah. I was like, don't you think we should, save some of these pork rinds for the brew review? And he's like, what pork rinds? And I was like, what pork rinds? Oh, trust me. On the, it's like I just get these, I get things like coming in like strobe images, and I distinctly remember moving through the Ninja Complex, and there was your typical nice kitchen, and there was a room, and the door was just slightly open, and I started looking through the door, and I saw that there is like, I don't know if it's like a goddamn 3 or 4 year supply of Twinkies on this one shelf. On the other shelf, it was completely filled full of pork rinds. And then he pushed me out of the way and shoved the door and said there was nothing to see here. Altenda, nice, salty review. Smile money. Snow, then the rainy season, Minnesota weather. Except for wherever the hell I was, Smile money, I wasn't in Minnesota anymore. Joey Cuz, the cameraman sounds familiar. Salty Shellback says, Joey Cuz must have heard that voice in a porn video. Joey Cuz, your two guys look awfully sweaty. No, Joey, we weren't sweaty. I have never shot firearms in as much rain as we did. Salty had his latest Ninja build, which is a completely mother polished. It's the one that I used to hit the fire protection mug. And at one point in time, I remember Salty picked it up, and it looked like a glass of water poured out of it. So my first 9mm build, and the first rifle I've ever named, Alicia, she was as wet. She was as wet as she could get. I mean, she's just the anticipation of having a round put in her. It was just running off of her. Gunwild 1, what? No Twinkies with your beer? No, I wasn't allowed to have any Twinkies. According to Salty, though, I had moon pies and pork rinds. And going off of my burps, I'm pretty sure that the pork rind part is accurate. John E. Concho, Eric, you didn't bring your key fob to share with Salty. Damn it, Jim. Oh, you mean this key fob? I wish you would have sent more links. I would have made another bracelet instead of the waste that you have done right here. Unsubbed. Aunt Keck, Ninja. Yeah, the real ninja. Will the real ninja step forward? Aunt Keck, Twinkies and beer. That sounds friggin' delicious. Oh, and pork rinds. Yeah, that's... Aunt Keck, wait a minute. Didn't they stop making Twinkies? Sons of bitch. Well, not when you have a 5-year supply. Mr. Holster, 227 and no pork rinds in sight. Well, I should get some accommodations for the fact that I could have just started with the brew review and ended with shooting, but I thought it would be more fun to start with the shooting. And yeah, we ate the pork rinds when we were blowing stuff up. Mr. Holster, Salty gave you his address. Mr. Holster, I used ninja powers to erase his memory when he left. I couldn't get you. I couldn't get you within 100 miles of the ninja compound, Mr. Holster. And trust me, Mr. Holster, what are you going to not finish 2 brews at once now? Stephen Bush, gay. Well, being the leading authority, I would hope you'd see it. Gay Wolf. Sorry, Jay. Way behind again. Scout camp season. Beer girl has the right amount of mileage on her arse to make a great ex-wife. That was on the honey raspberry. Sharky762, nice AR in the beginning. Shit weather though with the downpour. Bet the cigar and beer made up for. Oh yeah, that was the other thing. The cigar was sitting alongside this, so I smoked that acid blondie on the way home. Joey, you can add some acid blondies. I tell you, acid is they're not a real expensive cigar, but as of right now, it's personally one of my favorites. Macanudo, some of the usuals. Macanudo, like the Hyde Park Cafes. Acid, those acid blondies are really nice because they're like I don't know, call it a personal size or whatever you want to call them. But the acid blondie is very good, and everything I've had from them I've really enjoyed. So Joey, put that in with my Ardbeg. Jay Wolf again. Yep, modify that shit. Honey, yeah, we're talking about modifying shit. Jay on the Rowdy Uncle. Still behind, but I like to be behind that beer girl's behind. Jay, days late and many dollars short on the Splendid Moose. Jay, with the last comment on the Splendid Moose, my wife is a used sex toy. At 22 minutes into the festivities, I'm hitting the iHeart Club button. And the only person in the iHeart Club as of right now is John E. Concho. Johnny. So, somebody may say, so how did Alicia perform? Well, I haven't cleaned it up. She was wet. She was wet and ready. Salty really liked the trigger, which is the velocity, and I don't blame him. Let me say that the initial shots was this guy, and it holds, normally it holds 31, but it's a 5+ on the Hive Industries plate here, and in 37 rounds I had 2 failed the feeds. And what I experienced was see, I don't know if the lighting is. Oh yeah, see how if you get a good look at that, you can see how the bullet is aimed right at the hole. Well, this mag, it did not look like that. The round was sitting more flat like that. So it was causing some of the rounds to basically collide with the bottom of the chamber, and it's only subtly ramped. Basically, it's just kind of relieved around the barrel itself. So it really relies on that steep angle. Like right now, you can see. You can see that it's working. Well, it wasn't. I mean, I only had 2 fails on, on 36 rounds, but that's still, you know, I was like, okay, is this like a break-in thing? But when I got back here, see, the reason that I questioned things is because it ran fine with this mag, and Salty Shellback shot it with this mag, and he didn't have a single problem. I don't even know, he stopped shooting it with like 5 rounds left, and I was like, is that another ninja trick? But it worked flawlessly with this mag. So what I found is that because the bullet wasn't sitting right, I just flared the top of the magazine a little bit more, and now I'm confident that that is what that's. So that was it. That was it. The fix. It's fixed. Needs a little bit of you know, we were shooting. I don't know what we were shooting at. He could verify this. I would say it was like 35 or 40 yards, 35 yards. And I had to aim towards the corner, the corner right. So right now it's shooting a little high and a little to the left, so I just need to walk it over a little bit more. But once I saw where it was hitting, you know, I just took the steel, aimed at the bottom right corner, and it was ting, 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 ting all day long. So because of the weather conditions, I did not get the opportunity to shoot the Rock Island double stack. And Stephen Bush, you're going to be disappointed, but it was, by the time we got done with this, from the time we walked outside until we stopped shooting, it just kept on raining harder and harder and harder. And I brought the 24 with that big badass brake on the end of it, and it never even came out of the case. And I also brought the race gun, and I think Salty had 2 fails in 15 rounds, and I had 2 fails in 15 rounds. So whatever is causing, you know, the bullet just comes up and basically hits the top of the upper part of the chamber, and you literally roll the gun over on its side, pull back a hair just to take the pressure off, the bullet drops flat, you let go, and you're seated. So I don't know if I should. I've had several people, even John Huber, he told me I shouldn't even care what it's really doing unless I get past 500 rounds. But you know, it could probably break in, but I might give it one more opportunity out shooting and see what happens, and then I might try just polishing the feed ramp and the top of the barrel, because it's like that frickin' close. But it definitely is like slowly working itself in the right direction. I still can't explain why the first time I shot it, I had 16 perfect rounds, and then Joey fucked it up for us. Just for the fun of it, one last opportunity. Nobody. Johnny Concho, cheers, my friend. You are the only member in the I Heart Club. Oh, that explains the little heavier edginess to it. It's a German-style Pilsner. And I'm going to stick with my my 5.5 tops on the alcohol percentage, but I don't see it anywhere on here. So Lakefront Brewery, and this is a this has to be another Wisconsin. Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Again, it's a frickin' Pilsner. You know, if Pilsners are done right, don't they all kind of taste like a Pilsner? So the issue is it good enough that you get this over something else, and at like $9 to $10 a six-pack versus $12 a case? I think not. But I'm still gonna give it a 6 on the E scale. And now I'm gonna go drink some of these. And again, I am very happy with the outcome of Project Alicia. I need to snap a few pics or send Alicia a link to. She wanted some pictures of it when it was done, so I need to let her see the rifle. Other than that, it was from the video. It looked like I had a good time at the Ninja compound. So I want to say thanks to Salty Shellback and the head ninja for the hospitality. And it was even though the weather could not have, well, it could have gotten shittier. We could have been struck by lightning, but yeah, we blew up a cup with the name of a company that was owned by a guy who can lick my nuts. And we also blew up a washing machine. Look for that video on the 4th of July. So, cheers, guys. And wonder if I'm assuming Jim is having a show on the 4th. I don't know. I'm probably gonna work. So, cheers, guys, and we will maybe see you tomorrow.